Hi, my name is Tania. Do you want to have a coffee with me? Great. Do you want anything? Okay. So, a few years ago, I found myself asking a question I couldn't ignore anymore. So, what if the way we're trying to stop gender based violence is actually helping it continue? This was very personal because I'm sure you know that in Mexico, 7 out of 10 women have experienced gender based violence in their lifetime. Sadly, I was one of them. But it wasn't just because I had experienced violence itself, but it was the aftermath of that. I realized even when people wanted to help, they really didn't know how. We rarely address the environment that makes violence possible in the first place. That's how Lentes Púrpura started. Together, we created a methodology rooted in care, accountability, transformation, and not punishment, or not only punishment. We began offering workshops designed to change behavior. These are not your typical checkbox training spaces. These were spaces where we can unlearn and question harmful patterns, talk about power, and practice empathy and responsibility. We have trained more than 15,000 people. I know it's a lot, right? Supported more than 100 gender based violence victims. And we have also worked with aggressors. I know that's very difficult. I know it's very controversial, but we really believe that people can change. And that's where the real transformation starts. However, for that, we needed money. And that's how we started to work with local and international companies. That's how we positioned ourselves as local leaders in our field. But also thanks to grants. Grants allowed us to respond to urgent cases, especially in communities that are left behind. Little by little, restorative justice became the core, not only of the methodology, but of the spaces we work with. Because we were not just responding to conflict, but we were preventing it. We were building culture and fostering inclusive leaderships. We were creating spaces where accountability isn't rooted in fear, but it's rooted in dignity and repair. And I know this will take time, but cultural changes takes time. That's why we're trying to invest in people, in trust, in presence. And of course, yes, we face resistance, but we work with it because this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And more than anything, we don't talk about gender justice. We live it. It's how we breathe, work, lead, and care. Because if we can change how we understand and respond to violence, then we can change everything.